All right, so today we are gonna work with our dough. We did make the dough the other day in our other video, so this is kind of a part 2 to that. So we are gonna show you how to use this machine. This is gonna roll the dough out, make it nice and thin. You have to do this several times. It does have numbers and different thicknesses on here. So when you do this, you wanna start out with a bigger thickness and then go to the smaller, okay? And basically what you do is you just turn this handle, you feed the dough in, and you gotta make sure that you catch it on the other end here. And you can sometimes do this several times, so you see how it has already thinned out here. And we'll do this a couple times. And the thing is, you gotta make sure you catch it on the other end. And at some time you might wanna dust a little flour on it because it can get sticky on you and you don't want to stick together while you're doing this. So we'll put a little bit of flour on this, and then we're gonna go a little thinner now. And sometimes it's actually good to have 2 people working with you here, because you can have somebody feeding it and somebody bringing it out the back where it comes out. And then you can see it gets longer and it gets wider as you go. And then what we do is, once this is done, we're gonna cut this, and then we're gonna boil this like you would boil any pasta. Of course, it takes a lot less time because this is fresh. And of course, the handle fell out like it usually does. So at this point, I think I got it where I want it. I could go thinner, and we're just gonna cut this. And then I could probably get 2 portions out of just this little piece. And you can actually go a little bit more if you want after you do this. I might go a little bit more and make it a little bit longer. And actually it's easier to work when it's shorter also. Might go one more thinner. And then you can see we have the difference between that one and this is we made this a little thinner and did it a couple of times. And just think the thinner it is and the wider it is, the longer it is, the more you can cover in your pan. So that's basically the pasta with the machine. And like I said, we cooked some here, so this is already cooked. And what we could start doing is actually lining our pan. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we're lining our pan with the pasta we previously cooked. And if you need to cut pieces to make it fit, that's fine too. You can cut pieces in there. Like I have, these are pretty wide and thick, so I need a piece in here, so I'm just gonna cut that. And we'll add it in here. And then the next step is basically put your cheese in. So we're basically showing you a couple of the steps with lasagna. Spread it out. And in this, we measured some eggs in here and some Parmesan cheese, salt, pepper. You could put fresh parsley also in this and season your ricotta cheese mixture. And once you get your cheese in here, you want to spread it out and level it in on top of your noodles. And then the next thing would be putting more cheese on. And you're gonna sprinkle this all over the whole area. And then I usually put a little bit of sauce. We made this sauce the other day also. And you could just sprinkle the sauce in between here. You don't want it covered in like all too watery, because this will get watery if you put too much sauce and all that in there. So you want to be easy with when you put the sauce in. And you can actually spread it a little bit with the bottom of your ladle. All right. And then you would just put another layer of the pasta in. So I have another layer. And I probably have to make a little bit more, so we're gonna have to cook the rest of this. But all right, you could see that we have a layer started. We probably need one more piece here, and then we just continue with the layers. And that's how we would make our homemade fresh lasagna with our fresh pasta that we made the other day. Okay, thank you.